This week has been an absolute whirlwind for teasers, reveals, and everything in between for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And yesterday I made a video going over the potential setting for Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and what we knew about that. That video got demonetized. So, I mean, if you want to show some support, you're enjoying the videos, I would really appreciate it if you'd hit the like button on this video. Because in this video, we're not going to be going over the setting, but rather who the main characters are going to be within Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And I think we have a lot more evidence to support these things than we previously did, and there are some surprising ones in here. I do have to say the first person I saw to make this type of video is Mr. Derelict JG. He made a great video on this. I will have his video linked down in the description, but this is going to be my take on it and all of the information we have so far about all of the main characters from Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Starting off with the big one, the big question is, who is the character in the sitting bull position on the cover of Call of Duty Black Ops 6? Who is this character? Turns out there's a couple of options, but I do believe that we have an answer. Now, when this character was first revealed, we thought that it was going to be Russel Adler. The beanie kind of gave us that thought, and the image was actually blurred out. But when it was actually revealed, we clearly know that this is not Russel Adler. So the question was, who is this? And the rumors started stirring, and the first thing that I saw, and I thought it had a good bit of evidence, was if you remember back to Call of Duty Black Ops 1, there was a character by the name of Joseph Bowman. He assisted Alex Mason and Frank Woods, and as we know, this is what happened.
You don't scare me. Communist piece of shit. Bowman! Bowman!
So we obviously know that it is not him. However, when Black Ops Cold War was revealed, they kind of had an ARG going on called Pawn Takes Pawn, and there was kind of a narrator for it, and this is what ended up happening with that narrator.
I guess that's who I was always meant to be. The troublemaker that doesn't know when to stop. Just like my dad. My name is William Bowman. Joseph Bowman was my father. We still got a lot of work to do. I'll see you really soon.
Now, the weird part about this is we didn't see William Bowman really soon because he was never in Black Ops Cold War. Now, he was born in the year 1968, which would mean during the time of Black Ops Cold War, he would not have been old enough to be a soldier in the game. However, during 1990s to 91, all the way up into the early 2000s, he absolutely would be. So that is why the rumors started stirring about William Bowman being the cover character. However, based off of the other information we're given, I don't think that he is. You see, if we take a closer look at this character and look at what he is wearing, on the soldier's left-hand side, we see a tactical knife strapped to his chest. If we go back to Black Ops Cold War to the evidence board, there is something that we can actually find. It's Lawrence Sims' survival knife, the exact same knife that is strapped to this soldier's chest. And of course, it belonged to one of the main characters in Black Ops Cold War by the name of Lawrence Sims. Now, when we put in other information that we had months ago, that we actually saw some images of Gene Farber and Reggie Watkins doing motion capture, assumably for a Call of Duty game, yeah, it looks like Gregory Weaver and on top of that, Lawrence Sims are both going to be making a return in Black Ops 6. And if we have a closer look at Reggie Watkins, his facial structure, how he looks, and even the mannerisms look exactly like the character in the sitting bull position. So we might see Lawrence Sims come back as a much greater character within Black Ops 6 and as one of the mainline characters within the game. A similar character that we saw something like this around the same time was from an actor by the name of Luke Charles Stafford. He announced that he is essentially working on the next Call of Duty game by the codename Ratcliffe. And putting this together with the Gulf War, there was an operator during the Gulf War by the name of Peter Ratcliffe. He was a distinguished British Army soldier and he worked in several operations, including the Falkland Wars, in Oman, and Operation Granby. So he is a pretty distinguished operator who we definitely could see as a mainline character within Black Ops 6. So for the next couple of characters, we need to make our way to the Black Ops 6 website. The first thing that we have is off to the right-hand side here, some of which is covered up by this redacted information. However, what we see here is a profile for an operator who is very clearly describing Russel Adler. Russel Adler is described to this in a T. They even use his name, and you can see the RU at the very beginning. So once again, we can take away from this that Russel Adler will be returning as kind of one of the lead operators within Black Ops 6. Now, it's also important to note one of the numbers that we see several times on this website. We can see here December 2nd, 91. We once again see 91 over here, leading us to believe that the campaign will indeed take place in the year 1991. I'm willing to bet on this one, and I'm guessing almost, if not all of the campaign will be taking place in that time period. However, if we scroll a little bit further down, we have this section off to the bottom left. Now, if we take this section, work our magic in Photoshop, we then get this. So this gives us two locations, one of Point Lockwood Rock and the other of Hicks Point. Now, just doing a little bit of Googling, we find that first of all, Point Lockwood Rock is an area within Alaska. Similarly, Hicks Point is an area in Alaska, really not far from there, both of them kind of on their own peninsulas. Now, why does this matter? Well, there is one character and one character alone related to Alaska, and that would be Alex Mason. Alex Mason was born in Fairbanks, Alaska, and then in Black Ops 2, we see a cutscene where he is being a father to David Mason, once again in Alaska. So in other words, the Mason family is the one with ties in Alaska. But here's the thing. We know that David Mason, the son of Alex Mason, was born in the year 1979. Which means at the time of 1991, where we expect Black Ops 1 to take place, he's like 12 or 13 years old. He is not old enough to be a soldier yet. We also know that in the year 1986, Alex Mason was shot by Frank Woods. Now, at this point, we don't know whether he was killed by Frank Woods or whether the canon ending is he was just injured and then taken into hiding after this point. This Alaska kind of Easter egg on the Black Ops 6 website could be hinting at the fact that he went into hiding in Alaska, maybe kind of watching over his son David Mason from afar in hiding so that he is safe. But maybe during the campaign of Black Ops 6, we will get some answers as to what the true canon of Alex Mason is, where he went after he was shot, if he survived, if he did not, or maybe we get a little bit more information as to what's going on with David Mason at the age of like 12 or 13 years old. So that is everything that we have found in regards to the main characters of Black Ops 6. There's a lot of information hidden in there, and if you like these type of story, Black Ops and Black Ops 6 reveal kind of videos, you're going to want to be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, and of course, I want to hear what you think and what characters you think are going to return down in the comments below. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, peace.
We are reaching for